What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Long time no see. So I look crazy. I got one eye done off camera. In today's video, I want to do a full face of my favorite makeup. Really quick, just being very honest, y'all. I have not purchased makeup in over a month or two. I've taken a break. I feel like the new makeup releases for this year came out swinging. Nothing that's really grabbing my attention. So I want to do a full face of makeup that is my favorite. Some of these products are a little bit newer, so these have become like a staple for me. And really quick, the last thing that I did purchase, I'm not obviously going to use the lip combo from it today, but I purchased the Fenty Beauty limited edition. I believe it's like the Cherry Cola lip. So it came with the browned out lip liner, and then it came with this limited edition gloss in Cherry Amore. Very pretty. I did try these off camera. Maybe my next look I will use that. I also did purchase 3 lip glosses from Lawless. These have definitely also become a staple, a favorite for me. And then I purchased the like little mini Laneige lip balm set. I just wanted to try these out. I think the little minis are cute. It came with 4 of them. I have one in my car. And I feel like these little minis will last a nice little time because you don't need too much on the lips. But honestly, that was all that I have purchased. There are some things that I want to get, but other than that, you guys, I sound very congested because I got sick a few days after my birthday. So bear with me in this video. But before we jump into it, y'all, sorry for the lengthy intro. Before we jump into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into makeup look using my favorites. But of course, we got to finish this eye. Let me do that, and then yeah. Alright, you guys, so starting off with the P. Louise eyeshadow base. For the eyeshadow palette today, we are going to be taking the Glam Light X Fresh Prince of Bel-Air palette. I'm going to show you guys the entire row that I will be using. But how have you guys been? So I was looking, I think it's been about a month since I did my last video. Been 24 days. That's the longest I think I've ever went since starting. But I needed that break, y'all. And I think I was having a hard time. So here's the thing. I'm not as creative, right? I'm not as creative with like, and this is just me being honest, transparency moment. I'm not creative, especially coming up with name titles for my for like my videos. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I feel like when I first started my YouTube anniversary actually just passed, which is so crazy. But I feel like ever since I started YouTube, I have been basing it off like new makeup releases, testing new makeup. And I started 3 years ago in April. So yes, um, 3 years on YouTube. Wow. But I started off with the whole testing new makeup, doing wear tests, like trying to go in that direction. And I feel like that is kind of, what a lot of people look for when they come to YouTube. So the long, lengthy videos of you just doing your makeup, I feel like in order for people to really engage in that, I feel like you either have to have a certain look or aesthetic, or the title of the video has to be something catchy. And your girl is not that catchy when it comes to titles, or I am just, honestly, when I tell y'all, I'm just a regular person that just likes doing my makeup and I find it fun. I bought a camera and was like, let's just get on YouTube. Let's just do it. It helped me to become comfortable and step out of my element. So I definitely enjoy it, but I'm gonna try to work on it, y'all. But anywho, the eye look is very simple, very monochromatic, very straight to the point. All right, you guys. So when it comes to primer, my two go-to primers, T-Zone have been the One Size Oil Sucker, and then the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. I feel like I can't put this one or this one down. The Oil Sucker, I definitely put in my T-Zone because that is where I tend to get oily, and I just feel like it does the job. Since then, since I've discovered this one or this one came out, I did declutter and throw away the One Size in that, remember the One Size Forget the Sweat or something like that? It was the one in the pink tube. If I can remember, I'll have it on screen. But since he came out with this one, I did declutter that one. Another reason I decluttered it is because that packaging, it got nasty. Like, you know, I don't know if you have that primer, if you know what I'm trying to say, but like around the cap part, sometimes it would just like ooze out on its own. And the last time I looked at it, I was going to use it, and it just looked really nasty and goopy, so I didn't want to put it on my face. But I honestly don't feel like I need that one because of this one. I feel like this one does a better job at mattifying the T-zone and even blurring out the pores. It does a better job to me. So I'm just going to roll with this one. But these are my favorite go-to primers. Since we're talking about primers, you guys, a primer that I unfortunately do not see the hype is the Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm. This one, you can see that I've been using it. I've been digging in it. I don't know if I'm putting too much or if my skincare is clashing with this one, but I was trying to focus this one in the T-zone area because this one is the original one. So it's supposed to be to help control oils. I just feel like my makeup slides in this area where I put the primer. And that is also with me setting. Y'all know, if you've been watching me long enough, that I do set. I love my powders. But for some reason, this one is just not, it's not doing it for me. So what I want to do, I'm going to try it again, but I'm not going to go all out on my skincare and see how it holds up. But I actually wore this primer on the day of my birthday. I didn't do much on the day of my birthday, but I just noticed my makeup just did not look the best. It did not. So that's something that I noticed with this one. And I kept reading the label. I'm like, let me make sure, because when I purchased this, I did like the delivery order. I'm like, let me make sure that they give me the Radiant one, like the new one. No, it says nothing about Radiant on here. But yes, y'all, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. So I'm going to let this primer sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll go in with the foundation choice. Alright, you guys, this is what happens when you don't film for almost a month. I'm losing myself over here. So the two foundations that I go in with is this Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation, along with my One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat. So my One Size is in the shade Medium Dark 10 Neutral Golden. And then the Maybelline is shade 220. So this is obviously too light for me. I have been mixing this shade 220 in with a lot of my foundations. It looks a little more neutral to me. And so mixing the two in, I feel just kind of helps give me my perfect shade. My One Size, I feel like it's a good summer shade. Not necessarily all year round. So I do have the shade before this. I think it's with One Size, I think it's shade 65, medium 65 or something like that. But I didn't purchase it because it's rosy. It says it's a rosy undertone. However, I went on TikTok and I was seeing I looked up that shade on TikTok and was seeing people swatch it, and I felt like, swatch it and use it, and I just kind of felt like, okay, maybe it will work for me. And at first I wasn't going to purchase another shade of the one size because I know that I do that a lot. But I might just go ahead and purchase it because this was the foundation that I wore. So my birthday was May 1st. It fell on a Thursday. That Saturday we did like Top Golf and we went bowling and we did Top Golf, bowling, and what else? Top Golf, bowling. We went to Sullivan's Steakhouse here. I don't know. I don't know if there's a Sullivan Steakhouse everywhere. Oh, why do I look orange? Oh, I know why. I didn't mix. I think when I did this concoction, I mixed a little bit of my blue pigment. So give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully the oranginess. It's so weird because I did not look like this. Did I look like this? I did not look like this that Saturday, last Saturday when I went out. But I forgot to mix my blue pigment. So you see, I have to mix a lighter foundation and a blue pigment for the one size foundation. It's a beautiful foundation. I love it. But I have to do too much with this shade. So that is why I'm going to go ahead and purchase the next shade up. My 3 concealers that I have been going through nonstop. The new Estee Lauder, this Revolution IRL in the shade C10, and then the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer in the shade 26 Neutral. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with Estee Lauder. Hopefully the concealer that we use can help kind of brighten up this foundation a little bit so that I don't look too crazy today. But really quick, you guys, a moment of transparency. I'm going to be very honest. I have, ever since I started back going into the office, and I feel like this is why my filming has been thrown off. I haven't been doing videos lately. Going back and working into an office is so draining. Like, it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes just to drive into the office. This is the Say Liquid Bronzer in the shade Swim, by the way. But driving to work, having to drive home, still coming home to like cook and you know, clean up after the kids and all of that stuff, it's been a lot. So I really don't like to make excuses. But I definitely want to get back into me. Not to say that I haven't been doing like makeup going into work, but it's just been like those light beats because I don't want to go like full blown like 2016 makeup in the office. But I truly have been feeling that that wear on me from going back into the office. It's like, y'all don't even need me here. Let me stay home. That's truly how I feel. So I'm going to try to find the balance to make sure that I'm still doing my YouTube videos and not neglecting my YouTube channel. You guys, moving on to blush. I personally always feel like pink, or you can maybe do a coral with blue eyeshadow, but I love how pink and blue kind of contrast together. So the Morphe blushes have definitely easily become a favorite because there's 3 in 1. What I did here is you were supposed to use the balm one first, then go in with the cream, then the powder. So I have not done that. I want to try that now. I'm going to go in with the balm first. And then another little trick that I have been learning, I saw someone on TikTok. I just love learning new stuff when it comes to makeup because, you know, you can never stop learning new techniques. But she was mentioning how when we're going in on our face, our base with product, start back here, then bring it down, because you don't want to have too much product here. It's okay if it's back here, but not here. And that's honestly, I needed to hear that because sometimes I have start like directly on the apples of my cheek with blush or bronzer. And it's like, girl, now you got too much. So this is the balm first. Now the balm in this one is obviously a lot lighter than the actual cream blush. But we are going to now go in with the cream. And I'm just going to slightly pull that a little bit under the eye. Just like that. This is so cute. Alright, you guys. So now that we have blush, bronzer, concealer, we can set the face. My go-to setting powder has been this Laura Mercier. This is the talc-free translucent. This is probably one of the only good talc-free powders that I feel like has come out. I still see so many people upset with MAC. I still been seeing a lot of people upset with MAC about the formula change. And honestly, y'all, at this point, it is what it is. I've even seen someone review the new MAC lip glosses. And they're called Lip Air. So remember the lip gloss, we know those to be pigmented, and just, I feel like from what she was saying, it's almost as if MAC is trying to go clean girl, like that clean girl aesthetic era, and it's just like, stop it, just stop it. No offense to anybody that loves like the clean girl makeup look, but come on, MAC. And it's crazy because I had some of those, the new Lip Air glosses in my cart. But when I saw her swatching them, I was like, no, thank you. But also, me applying pressed powders on the under eye, I'm still, you know, I need a little bit more practice because I feel like, I don't know if it's the way that I'm applying it. It makes me look a little, patchy, or it brings my dark spots out, so I could definitely be doing something wrong. But this is everything set so far. Now I always typically go in with a pressed powder around the perimeter. My favorite pressed powder is the Charlotte Tilbury, or you guys, if you've been watching me, you know the one size turn up the base foundation powder. This one is in the shade medium 5 golden. This is definitely a go-to staple for me to set around the perimeter of my face. But because I pretty much took that Laura Mercier around the whole face just about, I'm not going to use a pressed powder today. But these are easily my two favorite powders to set the face. So what I'm going to do is get my bronzer highlighter that I've been using a lot, and then we'll go back in with the powder blush and get into the lip combo. I am going to finish off the lower part of the eyes, do my lower lash mascara, and then yeah. Alright, you guys, let's start off with bronzer. My two favorite go-to bronzers that I have not been able to put down, if these were the only two bronzers that I were left with, it would be MAC Give Me Sun. No, this is MAC Dark Tan. So MAC Give Me Sun is also a mineralized skin finish, but I got MAC Dark Tan. I just felt like this one showed up better on me than MAC Give Me Sun. So that one, or of course Juvia's Place Medium Bronzer Duo. So I'm going to go in with Juvia's Place. I'm going to take, do I want to take the fluffy? No, I'm going to take this Angled Morphe E4 brush. And I like to dab between both. And just kind of go around the perimeter. Alright, you guys, another thing that inspired me to do my makeup today, again, not that I haven't been doing it, you know, going into the office on my birthday, but I feel like you feel as good as you look. And I want to definitely start pouring into me. My cousin just gives like these great TikTok lives where it's like inspirational, kind of talking about how she's healing and growing and learning. And it definitely spoke to me to just kind of be better to myself. So yes, I wanted to do that. I also feel like the cheeks are kind of, I mean, the blush is kind of speaking for itself. I really don't feel like I need any more blush, but I'm just gonna lightly tap into the powder to set. And that's what I like. You can still see this blush peeking through even after setting the face. Start. Okay. And then I'm just going to get my powder puff if I can find it. And kind of go back. Y'all, this video to me is so complicated because it's been such a minute. I just feel like I'm all over the place. My go-to highlighter has been this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Glow Seeker highlighter. This one actually just sits on top of my desk. Like instantly, just, I don't need any here. But this has definitely just been one that has been sitting out. And then I'm going to set the face. So let me grab that now. Go-to setting sprays have been the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Setting Spray, along with the One Size Until Dawn, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and set with both, and then we'll get into our lip combo finally. Finally, y'all. And I do apologize if the video is a lot longer. I didn't want it to be, but I know this is why I do voiceovers instead of talking, because I know it'll be long. But yes, you guys, if nothing, you know, I want to start taking care of me. And so it doesn't change the fact that, you know, especially for those of us that may be in a relationship, we may be married. One thing that my cousin mentioned is sometimes buy yourself some flowers. When you're in the grocery store and you're getting stuff for dinner, buy yourself some flowers. One thing I did want to do, which I didn't hear about it until after my birthday, but what is his name? Coleman Domingo. He said every birthday of his, he goes on his birthday by himself. He takes himself out for like a glass of champagne and oysters to just kind of celebrate yourself. And that is something that I want to definitely get into. Just kind of celebrating myself. I do a lot every single day, and I don't have to let my everyday life or routine define me. So if this can be anything inspiring to you guys, pour some love into yourself. And just whatever makes you happy, do it for you. And so that's pretty much what I have left, you guys. And I just want to start doing that for me, taking care of me, doing a lot better for me. But this is the completed look. All right, you guys, this concludes today's makeup look. I just feel like it is very girly. It's very in your face. I know that this may be a lot for some people, but I like it. Even if I have to go to the store today, I don't care. I don't know. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love the blush placement today. The video is going to always start off rocky for me. This lash has to come off and I have to reglue it because I need to like try to fan this eye down. It's always this left eye that gives me trouble. Even when I don't wear makeup, it waters up. But for the lip combo, I don't know if I mentioned in the video, this is the Lawless Daisy Pink lip gloss. I used it with the Fenty Beauty browned out lip liner, and then I went over top with this gloss from Glamlight. So remember these Glamlight kits that I told you guys that I tried? I'm like, I don't necessarily think you need them. They're nice, but I don't think you need them. But this gloss here, as you can see, and I don't know if you saw when I was applying, it does have like some specks of like glitter. It's not chunky. You don't feel the glitter on the lips, but it also has like some blue hints in those glitter specks. So I felt like it just complemented the look because of the eyes. But this is today's makeup look, you guys. I hope that with me doing this, posting this, that it just inspires you to get up and put on some makeup, feel good about yourself. This is what makes me feel good about me. I understand that makeup is not everyone's cup of tea. Again, some people like the no makeup look, and I love that for you. There are some men that judge us women because we wear makeup, and I'm gonna wear my makeup. So feel how you want to feel, sir. But I really love the look. Oh girl, I gotta get this off, y'all. I really love the look. I truly feel like the base itself, everything just looks good. It's blended. Everything went over the primers nicely. Everything else went over the foundation nicely. There was no patchiness, no nothing. And this is why these are my go-to products. I will definitely go pick up a lighter shade of the One Size foundation, because like I said, I have to do too much with the shade that I have. I feel like summertime, that will be my foundation shade, but I'll definitely grab something a little bit lighter. And other than that, you guys, this is it. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, be blessed. I really enjoyed this, even though it was chaotic for me, but I really enjoyed this, and it felt good to just be back and be in my little element. So thank you all so much, and until next time, you guys, bye.